Hit him at 9 here, no $1,000. Hit him at 10 here, no 10 will ya. Hit him at 9 here, no 10. Hit him at 10 here, no 9, 10 will ya. 11. Hit him 11, 12. Hit him at 12 here, no 12, 13, 14. Sold 20,000 right there. You got a good one.
So I opened up the door on the truck and she hopped right in the truck and now she's my best friend. Yeah, good morning everybody. Fix that. That's a little bit better. I was actually going to be working out at my place today, but the auctioneer called me and said, hey, there's an auction just right down the road from your place. Are you going to be here? And I said, I didn't even know about it. So I'm here now. We're going to check it out. Number 102. This is what really caught my eye here, actually. Everything. This old International bed. Still has the tailgate on it. It's pretty straight. It's got a few bullet holes in it. On this side here, as you can see. But not horrible condition. What's wild is I used to drive past this place every day on my way to high school, and I saw this stuff back here and I always wondered about it. This is mostly an equipment sale, bunches of farm equipment here, and a lot of it's nicer stuff that'll go for good money. Like that'll go for really good money. I don't think it's going to be a very long sale. There's not that much stuff here, just a handful of stuff, and that's why it's on a weekday. But that's also why I decided I'd come out here and check it all out. But here's the main thing I was interested in, is these two right here. Ford 500. It doesn't have any rust in the lip of the hood. That's pretty uncommon. Of course, it's got a big dent in it, but a little bit of damage. Pretty solid cab though. Smells like mothballs. They did the mothball trick to keep the rats out. If you put mothballs in your old farm truck, it'll have hardly any rats in it, but it will reek like mothballs. And it's hard to get that smell out. Ooh, that door shuts good. I wish there was more of a following for these things. That's the only bad thing about these trucks, is there's not a very big following. But this is a really clean example. A little bit of damage, but doesn't look like hardly any rust, if any at all. All the floors are rock solid in it. How many miles are on it? 8,540, so either it doesn't work or it's already rolled over, because it's definitely not an 8,000 mile truck. I bought some trucks at an auction without being there a while back, and I had a guy bid on them for me, and one of them is almost clear full of rotted wheat. So that's an unexpected bonus for me. I say bonus jokingly. This has got a steel floor in this one. This is a Chevy here, I think 65, 64 or 5, somewhere in there. This one's got quite a bit of rust in it. You can see they repaired it at some point in time. Yeah, and the floors are pretty rotted out in it. Reads 38,000 on the odometer on this one. But you know, a lot of times those things quit working years ago. It's got the deluxe heater controls. It's not very rusty above the windshield though, so that's a bonus. Got good color to it. I like this green color. Kind of uncommon. Oh, what's it got under the hood? Is that a 292? I think it is. Looks like it. Yeah, it's got the offset motor mounts. That's what I was trying to see. Yeah, it's in front of the fuel pump, so I'm pretty sure that's 292 in here. Yeah, the upper part of the cab's really good up above the windshield, so I don't know. All this stuff down here though, it's really rotted in the bottom, but this stuff's fairly easy to put patch panels in. Up there is really hard to patch. I mean, it's not impossible, it can be done, but it's just always hard to find a truck that's not rusted in either spot. They're rusted in one or the other. Bornholt Plantland. That's the greenery, or the greenhouse that's right down the street from my place. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys that place or not. What motor's in the Ford? It's got the 330 in it. It's leaking fuel like crazy. I'd almost be scared to start this one. Engine fire. They said it runs, but man, with that leaky of a carburetor, that's kind of nerve-wracking unless you got a fire extinguisher handy. But you don't see the 330s that often anymore. They used to buy those for cores all the time, but that market's kind of dried up. I wish the Chevy was in this condition. I'd be really excited then. I wish I could swap conditions on these, because these Fords just don't have the following that the Chevys do. But you know, it is a good clean example. And then even the Chevy here, it's got potential. It's a really good color. Anything else good laying around? Some Ford suitcase weights, 2 pallets of them. Those sometimes have some pretty good value, these suitcase weights. Everybody always tells me I should save the wheel weights off the back of old tractors, but they just don't have a whole lot of value around here because they're so common, but the suitcase ones sometimes do. That's an interesting mower. Self-powered. You can just pull it behind something else. Here's what I need is a log splitter, but don't need it that bad. Let's see what else we got going on here. A couple grain augers. That's a big one there. Look at that thing, that's crazy long. I had an idea for one of these, something like this, but I don't know if it would work good or not. I might see what this one goes for. I could haul this on my trailer. That might be about the right size I need and everything. I've crushed a million of these things, and then now I have this idea in my head, and I can't seem to find any for scrap price anymore. So yeah, we'll watch it, see what it goes for. Yeah, I could not come to the sale, even though it's not a very big one. I just figured I'm right down the road. This is like 5 minutes from my place. I've driven by this place my whole life, so figured I'd better come check out the auction. I was talking with the owner of the property, and he said there used to be a house kind of over there where the cedar tree's at. You can still see the power pole there. But he said I could come back here and check out this old building that's fallen over. So there's an old stove in here, which is pretty cool. It's not very often you get permission to check out old buildings like this. Oh wow, that is neat. Look at the old doorknob. Just gotta watch for nails when you're in places like this. Don't want to go through a boot. Check this thing out though. It's in horrible condition, but it's really neat just to see it back in here. Wow. There's an old high chair down under there. Looks like the remnants of the chimney. What's back in here? Never know what you'll find in these buildings. Looks like a barrel stove, some trailer house skirting, a pool ladder, and some storm windows. Random stuff. You can see the old insulators. Here's a gas stove here, heating stove. Neat old buildings. There's the couch. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything at this sale. Oh, what time is it? Let's see here. It is 9:15. So we got about 45 minutes. So do I hang out for 45 minutes, or do I go back to the yard and then come back? I'll lose my parking place if I do that though. I'll keep an eye on this. Boy, I used to sell these things like crazy back in the day. I probably told you guys this story already, but I'll tell you again. Not everybody watches every video, so maybe you missed it. But I used to take these rotary hoses like this, and I'd pay good money for them. And I'd take them all apart and take each of these little rotary pieces off and sell them one at a time on eBay, and I'd start the bid at $10. And at the peak, these things were bringing 50 to 70 bucks a piece. Ones with really good color, like these right in here, those would bring, you know, 50 bucks minimums up to 70 bucks, and they'd sell one after another. You just take a garden hose and you split it open and wrap it around the teeth, and you put it inside a box. And these are almost exactly 18 inches across, since they fit right in an 18-inch box. It was real flat. You can ship it anywhere in the country, pretty reasonable. But man, I sold hundreds and hundreds of these things, all different colors and styles. The green John Deere's and the red, is it International that's red? I can't remember now, but those sold really good. And then your really old cast iron ones that are all cast iron all the way around, all one piece, those sold really good too. But even the more common, less interesting ones were bringing 20 and 30 and 40 bucks a piece. Now you're doing good if you can get 5 to 10 bucks a piece out of them. Now here's some more on this unit back here. Yeah, these aren't as interesting. Ones like this were the ones that I was selling for more in the $20 range back in the day. I just noticed a couple toilets laying over there. I wonder if there was any mushrooms in here. Mushroom season's over now, but looks like a good place for it. All this poison ivy right here. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what this stuff brings. Most of this is pretty nice equipment. Still very usable. It's all a little bit older, but it's not like antique old. It'd be a fun little quick sale. I just saw these. Looks like there's 3 of them in there and some hay hooks. Out at the antique sale, those would go for big money. I don't know what stuff's going to bring here today. There's not that much stuff here, so more than likely there's going to be people here that are interested in one particular item. Like especially like those combines and this trailer here, stuff like that. I'm sure there's going to be people here specifically for those units. But this other stuff, I don't know if there'll be, it's not like a normal auction where there's 35 million things for people to be interested in. Let's see here. The order is, it looks like it's going to start down there and come this way because this is number 5. So what is this? Number 7, number 8, 9, 10. So number 11 on the truck. And they go up this row. So it looks like the truck bed trailer will be the last thing that sells. And unless they sell that little stuff back there last. I don't know what order they'll go in. But it should be, you know, an hour and a half sale or so. Be a nice quick one. Nice change of pace. Most of the auctions I go to are all day sales. When he told me where it was at, I was actually hoping it was either this place here or there's another place a little bit further down that I've always seen a bunch of stuff at that I wanted to buy, but it was neither of those. It was this one here. And actually this one here, you couldn't see most of the stuff. You could barely see those 2 old grain trucks parked at the back of that barn. Yeah, there's another old grain truck over there and a bunch of cool truck beds and whatnot over there. And then down the road a little ways, there's a whole bunch of farm equipment out in the field. But we got about 30 minutes left, so I'm gonna hang out here in the truck, answer some emails, do some stuff like that, and then whenever they start, we'll start.
So go ahead, Terry. There you go. That's good. That's good. Hey, we have found ourselves a 4650 with 14,000 tractor hours and around 500 since a recent complete overhaul on the engine. So is there anything else you want to tell them, Terry? On anything you want to say about it? Alrighty, guys, put your best foot forward. We are ready to go on a good 4650 and ask you 30 grand on that deal. 30,000. Hit him on 30,000. Hit him on 30,000. It'll be 5. Hit him at 7,500. Hit him at $10,000. Do him at 75 and 10. Hit him at $10,000. Do him at 10. Will ya? Hit him at $10,000. Do him at 10. Hit him at 12,500. Hit him at 12,500. Will ya? Hit him at $20,000. Do him at 17,500 and 20. Hit him at $20,000. Do him at 17,500 and 18. So 20,000 right there. You got a good one. 112. We are going to sell you a 1660 combine. Everything worked good. Last time they parked it last summer, whenever, but the one wiring is the engaging wire is off, and so we just left that. You guys can take it home and fix that wire, whatever it takes to engage it. We will be selling the combine. You'll get the concaves with it. We'll be selling this header right after. Lot number 3 online and a good one. Help yourself, 6,500. Hit him at $6,500 bill, hit him at 65. I realize it might be, you know, kind of outdated, but it'll work. It'll work. It'll do the same job as them $400,000 one. It won't be that color. All righty, 2 grand, 2,100. Hit him at 2,100. Hit him at 2 here now, 21. Hit him at $2,100 bill, hit him at 21. Hit him at 2,100. Hit him at 2 and 21. Buy him here now, 21. Will ya? Hit him at 2 and 21. Hit him at $100 bill, hit him at 21. Do him at 21. Hit him at 2 and 21. Buy him here now. 2 grand online. It'll be $100 bill, them 75 and 100. 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 It'll be 85, now 100. It'll be 100, now quarter. It'll be 100 and a quarter. It'll be 125. It'll be 100 and a quarter. It'll be quarter. It'll be 125. Will ya? It'll be half. It'll be 150. It'll be 150, quarter half. It'll be 75. It'll be 175. Will ya? 175, it'll be 50, now 75, will ya? It'll be 100 and a half, at about $75, hit him on 75, sold 150, 102, 102, we have lot number 5, we have found a John Deere drill, clean as a pin and a good one. Hit about 8 here, now $800 on the deal, hit about 8, will ya, now half, hit about 850, bomber, now 850, bomber, I said no, sold, 800, online, you got her, 8-inch and it's PTO. Hit him at 250. It'll be quarter and a half. It'll be 250. Bone wearing up 250. It'll be 2 and a half. Fair enough. 50. Bone wearing up quarter half. 50. Will you? It'll be 2 and a half. Fair enough. 50. What? It'll be 2 and a half. Online. You're out. 250. It'll be quarter and a half. It'll be 250. Bone wearing up 250. So 2 and a quarter. You got our buyer number 107. 107 is the buyer. Now we got the little cutie. You got lot number 7. 6-inch auger. You got her on him right there. What do you say? Pretty good lot. You betcha. It'll be 150. It'll be $100 on this one. 50 bucks. 75. It'll be 50. Now 75. Now 50. 60. It'll be 25. Now 30. Bomber. Now 30. 40. Now 50. It'll be 60. Bomber. Now 75. 85. It'll be $85 is all. Now 100. It'll be $100. 85. Now 100. It'll be $100 on that deal. 85. 100. Now quarter. It'll be 1 and a quarter. Bomber. Now 1 quarter. It'll be quarter. Bomber. Now 25. And a quarter. It'll be 125. Will you? It'll be 100 and a quarter. Now 5. 10. It'll be 10 here. Now sold. $105. You got her. 106. 106. Lot number 8. We have found a grain cart with a brand new floor in it. Help yourself. You got her 800 on this one. Hit him at 8, here no 8, hit him at 8, here no 250, no 3. Hit him at 2.5, here no 3, and 3, here no 100.5, no 2. Hit him at 2, here no 150, no 2. Hit him at 2.5, hit him at 250, bomber, no 2.5, here no 50, bomber, no 250. Hit him at 2.25, hit him at quarter, no half. Hit him at 250, 75. Hit him at 3, hit him at 3, here no $300 on him, will ya? Hit him at 3, here no 3. Hit him at 3, here no 75, here no 300. Hit him at 3, here no 3, $300. Hit him at 75, here no 300. Hit him at 3, here no 300. Hit him at 75, here no 3. Hit him at 3, here no 3. Hit him at 3, here no 300. So 275, 102, 101. We have the 64 Chevy. Go ahead and fire it, buddy. Hey, that's good. We have lot 11. It has about 85,000 on it. And we do have the title on this one. Is this the one you've got the title on hand? Yep. This one we have the title on hand, and we'll give you an update on the other one. And we have found a really good running machine. We had a video online. It works. The bed, everything is good on this deal. Help yourself. Here's a dandy, 2,500. Hit him at 25, here no 5 bed. Hit him at 2,500. Hit him at 25, here no final bill. Nice looking, clean kind of a truck, $1,000. Hit him at 10, here no 5, 600. Hit him at 6, here no 7, now 8. Hit him at 8, here no 9. Hit him at 9, here no $1,000. Hit him at 10, here no 10, will ya? Hit him at 9, here no 10. Hit him at 10, here no 9, 10, will ya? 11. Hit him at 11, 12. Hit him at 12, here no 12, 13, 14. Hit him at 14, bomb, here no 14, will ya? Hit him at 13, 14. Hit him at 1,400. Hit him at 1,400, hit him at 14, good grain truck. 1,400, hit him at 13, 14, hit him at $1,400 on a good one. Hit him at 14, will ya? Hit him at 13, 14, damn half, 14, 1,400, now half. Hit him at 15, hit him a half. Hit him at 15, 50, hit him at 15, 50, hit him a half, will ya? Hit him at 15, 50, Warner. Hit him at 15, 50, hit him at 15 and a half, here now 50, bomber, now 15, 50. Hit him at 15 and a half, one more time, 15, 50. Hit him at 15 and a half, you said? Hit him at 15 and a half, I'm here. So 1,500, 102, 102 is the buyer. Hey, now we have the 65 Ford. 65 Ford, go ahead. Runs like a top, boys. Help yourself. That's good, buddy. We have less, I think around 10,000 miles maybe, or 8,500, something like that. 8,500 miles. And it runs and purrs and works, and here's a good one, guys. Help yourself on the old Ford. $2,000 on this one. Hit him at 2, here now 2. Hit him at $2,000. Hit him at 2, here now 2, and 2, here now 1,000. Hit him at 5, 600. Hit him at 6, here now 7, now 8. Hit him at 9, here now $9,000. 1,100, now 12, 13. Hit him at 13, bomb, here now 13, will ya? Hit him at 12, here now 13. Hit him at 1,300. Good Ford. 1,800, will ya? Hit him at 18, you're out online. Hit him at 1,800. Hit him at 18.
That's a Chevrolet, but it's 1,800, yeah.
You good? 19. I'm a 19, will ya? Hit him at 18, 19. Hit him at 19, I'm a 19. Hit him at 18, 19. Hit him at $1,900, you want her? Hit him at 18, 19, you said? Hit him at 18, 19, bomb here now 19, there's a difference. I'm at 18, 19, sold. 1,800 online. $1,400 on 105, thank you. 105, we have found the Kraus chisel. So, $475 on him right there. You got her number 36. Hey, we are ready for lot number 15. We have the rotary hail. Hit him at 2, here now $200 on him. We have 150 now 2. Hit him at $200. You know the young generation don't even know what this is. I think you guys ought to just buy it just so you can explain it to them. 150 now 2. Hit him at $200 on him, will ya? Hit him at 1.5 here now 2. Hit him at 2 here now $200 on him, will ya? Now half and a quarter, now half. Hit him at 250, bomb here and a quarter, half. Hit him at 2.5 here now 50, bomb here and a quarter, half. 50, will ya? Hit him at 35, sold. $225, same way. I'm a 4 1/4. Hit him at 25 and a quarter. Hit me 425, will ya? Hit me 4 1/4. Hit me quarter, bomb here and a 25, will ya? Hit me 4 1/4, bomb here and a 25, want it? So. Lowell got her, 400. 100 is the buyer. 875 on it. So, 850, John got her. 103. You're all out. 8 1/4. It'll be quarter down there on 25 cents. So, 800, same way. That's 103. And we have a collector's pickup bed trailer in mint condition. It's an international. I tell you what, the floor, everything is very good condition. Help yourself. What do you think, Melvin? No rust whatsoever. I tell you what, here's 700. Head of a $700, $250, I'm free. Hit a $300, I'm a $350, bomber, I'm $350. Hit me four, $450, hit me 500. Hit me $500 on him, will ya? Hit me $450, now five. Hit me 500, will ya? Hit me $450, now five. Hit me 500, will ya? Sold $450, 102. $30 on this one. Hit me 510. Hit me 5 around 750. Hit me 5 around 700 around 750. Hit me 5 around $6 7. Now 8. Hit me 8 here now $8 roll. Hit me 8 here now $8. Hit me 8 here now 7. Now 8. Hit me $8. You're good. $7 102. Whichever stack you like. This one or this one. $30 a deal. Hit me 30. Bomber around 10, 15. Hit me 5, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Hit me 20. Bomber around 5, around 25, 30. Now 5. Hit me 40. Now 5. Hit me 50. Hit me 50, 60. Hit me 70. Bomber around $70. Hit me 65. Hit me 65. 75 around 75. Hit me 75. Hit me 75 around 65. 75. Hit me 75. 70 up. Hit me 70. Bomber around 65 around 70. $65, 103, 2 times the money. Let's sell all the hay hooks out of it.
Today, don't we?
Yeah, that $20 on the deal. Hit it 20, 5, 2, 3, all go. Hit it $2 down 3. Hit it 4 here on $4. Hit it 5 here on $5 bill. Hell 750. Hit it 5 here on $6 on the hay hooks. Hit it 600. Hit it 5 here on 6. Hit it 6 here on $6 yard. Hit it 5 here on 6. Sold $5. Silas 102. He's the only guy that's gonna work. You got her on choice. Choice of the wash up. $30 a piece. Hit it 30 on 5 10. Hit it 5 on 750. Hey! Hit it 12, 15, 16, 18, 20. Hit it 20 on $20. Hit it 18, 20. Hit it 20 on $20. Hit it 22. Hit it 4. Hit it $24. Hit it 2 here on 4. Hit it 4 here on 2. $22. 102. Take 2 of them. We're gonna sell you a bucket. Sell you that good bucket. Give me $5, $750. You can put her in with this deal. Give me $5, $6. Give me $5 here on 6. Give me 2, 3. Hit it 2 here on 3. Get her all. Hit it $2 down 3. Hit it 3 here on 3. It's over. $2. 102. 102.
One of the lights works. Hey, better than nothing. All right, back to the yard we go. Well, there we go. Altogether, I spent $2,283. That was my max bid on the Chevy, was $1,500, and that's what I got it for. I wasn't willing to go any higher. I figured it'll part out for about $2,500 or so, but it does run and drive, everything works, and it's got a clear title, so maybe somebody will just go ahead and buy the whole thing for $2,500. We'll see. The Ford, I was gonna stop at $1,200, but I went ahead and kept running it up just for fun, I guess. I don't know why, but online really wanted that truck, and they ended up getting it for, I think it was $1,800, something like that. So the problem is online, I don't know if they realized that the truck isn't an actual 8,000 mile truck. And it might be an 8,000 mile truck, it might really be that, but it's had a hard 8,000 miles. There's no rust, but normally when you see a truck with ultra low miles, it's pretty nice paint, interior, and everything else, whereas that one doesn't have that. So I'm guessing it's got way more than that, and the odometer just doesn't work. But that's not my problem, that's their problem. I've bought stuff online before that I was really happy with, and I've bought stuff online before that I was not so happy with. I'm pulling this truck bed trailer back now. The left taillight works, the right taillight does not. But this place is literally just a straight shot from my place, so not a big deal at all. There's no traffic out here on this road this time of day. The combine header, I bought it just because it was going for scrap price, and it's got that big auger in it. I can take those out and then cut them in half, and they sell really good for like things to put at the end of the driveway or for art type stuff. So I'll get most of my money back out of just that auger, and then the rest of it's worth a couple $100 for scrap. And then that big yellow trailer was going for scrap price too. I mean, that thing's probably worth about $500 for scrap, and I think I got it for $275. I wasn't gonna bid, but nobody else would bid, so I went ahead and did it. I don't really want to haul that back home. That's not gonna be fun to haul home. But like I say, it's a low traffic road. It's not a big deal, other than that the auger piece that sticks out the side hangs way over. So every time I pass a car, the few cars that I do pass, I'll have to scoot over into the ditch. But that's what I'm gonna do now, is I'm gonna go unhook this truck bed trailer at the yard, grab my regular equipment trailer, and go back in there and probably grab the combine header first, and then grab that big yellow trailer. I thought about just driving the Chevy truck, but I don't have anybody to give me a ride, so it wouldn't do me a whole lot of good. But that was fun. The whole auction only took like 50 minutes, so it was a really quick auction. Probably the quickest auction I've been to in a long time, other than property auctions. So I'm back out here again. I'm gonna get that yellow trailer. I want to load it backwards so that the auger's hanging out over the passenger side instead of towards the driver's side of the truck. Morris isn't here though, so he told me I could run his telehandler here. So this is only the second time I've ever run one of these machines. So we'll see if we can figure it out. His forks aren't long enough to pick it up, so I'm gonna just try to pick up the front of it with the chain and then pull it backwards, back behind my truck, and then shove it up on the trailer. It fired right up. I don't know what all the levers do. Okay. There we go, I see. There we go, I think I got it all figured out. Let's see here, how do I get it to go forward? Hey, I got it. It's always nerve-wracking running other people's equipment. If it fits, it ships. And if it doesn't fit, like this one doesn't fit, it ships anyway. I got it loaded just about perfect. That worked out really good. I didn't realize he had a little pin, or I guess I did. I just didn't put two and two together. But once I dropped a pin down through his fork with that there, it was super easy. I could have done that in the very beginning, got it out a lot easier. But we got it on there, or I got it on there. That machine was actually pretty easy to run once I got it figured all out. Yeah, I got this tire about as far over as I safely can, so I'm hanging over this side a little bit, but most of my hangover now is on the passenger side, because if I would have loaded this facing forward, that would have been wiping out every truck I went past. Now, as long as I watch out for like poles and things like that, I'll be fine. And it's all rural blacktop all the way back to my place, so don't really have to worry about anything. We're plenty good on height. Well, we made it. Only took out 2 power lines and about half a dozen street signs. That was definitely a sketchy load. It actually really wasn't that bad of a load. It looked sketchy, but it really wasn't that bad to pull down the road. It was kind of a sail. I had to go about 40 miles an hour because of the wind, but not a big deal. Well, this is an awkward thing. think I got it? I don't even know how to pick this thing up. Ay, 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 ay. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. I think we got it. All right, we're gonna see if I can drive this up on the trailer. It's got good brakes, so I'm not too worried about it. I've driven trucks on the trailer before that had no brakes, and that's a little bit sketchy, but this truck here, I'm actually really shocked. The brakes work really good. Fires right up. Runs good. I'll tell you what, that was interesting. I had to drive it 3-footed. It was still at a really big incline, and so it kept wanting to roll backwards. So I had to hold my foot on the brake, and then I had to let out the clutch, but the carburetor was flooding, so I had to give it good gas. So that's always an interesting challenge. We got her on there. That's why sometimes, even if they do run and drive, I just load them with the winch. Now on my other trailer, I don't have to drive uphill like that. Once I get up the ramp, I'm on the trailer and everything is good to go. But with this one here, sometimes it's a little bit too much of a challenge. But I want to get this thing all chained down, get it back to the yard, start moving everything around. So now here's the fun part. I guess I could, no, that won't work, because then how do I get the chalk out? I was gonna say I could chalk the wheels, but when I tilt my trailer up now, it's gonna start rolling backwards. It's in gear. The emergency brake does not work on this truck. However, even though it's in gear, the engine will still spin over. It's got compression, so it won't just take off rolling, but it will roll. But I really don't have a choice, so hopefully it doesn't go too wild, and I'll go ahead and tilt the trailer up and see how it goes. I can't pick this truck up. It's too heavy with all that weight in the back. And I couldn't get it to dump, so I just knocked a hole in the floor with the forks. It's a wood floor. So all the grain is draining out onto the ground. I'll kind of spread it around out here on the ground. So I was getting ready to close this video out, and I noticed there was a dog out front here in the yard, and it kept running out on this busy street in front of cars. She wouldn't come to me. Hey. So I opened up the door on the truck, and she hopped right in the truck, and now she's my best friend. And so I put a post on the local Facebook page for lost pets like this, and hopefully somebody will claim her, but I'm worried about her getting hit by a car, and I don't really have anywhere secure to put her out here. So she is literally the spitting image of my dog that I have, except for somebody's bobbed her tail. My dog still has her whole tail. But other than that, she looks identical. But she seems super friendly. My dog's super friendly, so I think I'm going to take her home and see how she gets along with her. If she doesn't get along, I'll put my dog up in her kennel and just let her stay in my backyard until we can find a home for her, or find her real home, I mean. But I just didn't feel right leaving her out here where she might get hit by a car. I realize she probably lives around here somewhere, and she could probably find her own way home, but if she gets hit by a car in the meantime, I'm going to feel terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and take her home because she's too pretty to let get hit by a car. And good news, we found Daisy's home. She was from actually just right down the street over here, and if I would have known that, I could have just kept her out here with me. But I was just paranoid about her getting hit by a car, so I just felt like it was the safest thing to take her home. My dog absolutely loved her. They played together for about 30 minutes. Come to find out, the owners are actually out of town. They're actually out of state, and somebody else is watching the house for them. And normally they put one of those electric fence collars on the dog when they let it out. However, the guy that's watching the house and their animals for them didn't realize that. He just let the dogs out, and the one dog stayed in the yard. The other dog took off. So I bet she was having the time of her life out exploring the neighborhood. But she is back home now where she belongs. My kids were sad to see her leave. They wanted to keep her, but I said, we can't keep somebody else's dog. You can tell she's been well taken care of. She's well fed. She's not skittish. You can tell she's not abused or anything like that. So I'm glad to see her go back to a good family. But anyway, I didn't have time for that today. That's an hour of my day that I really couldn't afford to spend, but oh well, life goes on. That's my good deed for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, before I forget, that 64 Chevy truck that I bought at the sale, I put it on a reel on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and it sold within about 30 minutes. So that truck is no longer available, and I made enough on that truck to basically pay for everything I bought at the auction, which is cool because now everything else is free. But still, let me know in the comments down below which item was your favorite out of everything that I got today. Honestly, I kind of feel like the truck bed trailer was my favorite just because it's a really good looking truck bed, really good patina on it. And this was definitely an adventure made from scratch. Totally unexpected, did not plan on doing this, just kind of spur of the moment, and I'm glad it worked out. It was an awesome thing. And sometimes that's what adventure is all about. I'm headed back here now to take some pictures of some other vehicles for some other people, so I will let you all go. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. And remember to get out there, find an adventure. We'll see you on the next one.